A Google search has answered our questions. How many Sharknadoes did they make? 6.
Nice.
Sharknado is an American 6 film made for television, science fiction, action, comedy, horror, disaster film series. Released that was a lot. Released by Sci-Fi between 2013 and 2020. It has since been expanded into video games, comics, including a spin-off film, Sharknado. Sharknado, Heart of Sharkness.
Ooh. Yeah. Like Heart of Darkness. Dude.
I looked up there's 6 Sharknado movies and a spin-off movie, Sharknado, Heart of Sharkness. Say this 3 times fast. Sharknado is an American 6 film made for television, science fiction, action, comedy, horror, disaster film series.
A long sentence.
You know what we say? Don't get eliminated.
Can't believe we watched that literally all
Every evening.
Even like even in the afternoon or morning, it was just always playing because of Jesse.
Whenever I go, I don't know why. Whenever I go on trips, I always watch that.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. It was pretty funny at points. It's just like,
what are we doing?
like what are we doing with our time here?
We were too busy, just tired.
I think we didn't do half of the stuff we were to say because we were just tired.
Just traffic in California.
I think if we would have planned it out better and actually planned it out, I don't think we would have been as tired.
Yeah.
Like you guys worked basically the whole week.
Yeah.
Up until that point, and I didn't, but I was still tired.
And then I had to go straight to Tucson.
And I had to go back to work.
Hey.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yeah. I know I'm just this type of person that like by the end of certain trips, or not even certain trips, just by the end I'm just like kind of annoyed of everyone. Are you that way too?
I don't like trips. I don't like driving to places, staying in a hotel, and then having to figure out a known landscape I don't know of, dealing with traffic, especially California, because if you're not going to like theme parks, you go into other popular places or the beach, and it takes you like 30 minutes to park if you don't get there early. I'm like, oh man, like I can't stand it. My favorite trip was it was Flagstaff, but we didn't go for the snow. We went for a 5K obstacle course. And it was like, there wasn't a holiday. It wasn't snowing, so no one was up there.
Yeah.
It was peaceful, and it was nice. Yeah, I like to relax on my trips, and I don't relax on most trips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with having to adapt and figure out stuff. Like, I never expect a trip to go
As planned?
Yeah.
as planned.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. By the end of it, I was just like, on our way back, I just wanted to sleep because I just felt very tired of being with you guys. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's totally understandable, especially me.
I mean, you're farting, you're making bad jokes, like.
What can I say? Massive disaster.
I just think for me, like, once the social battery runs out, I'm just kind of like.
With you guys, my social battery runs longer than other people.
For sure.
Yeah. My fart battery also charged up too.
Oh boy. Yeah, we had a lot of eggs.
We did.
You should have stopped eating after the.
Nicole didn't like her ramen eggs, so I would eat them for her, okay?
She'd even try it.
She didn't. Did you want the eggs? You could have had them.
If I would have known it would have made you that gassy, I would have taken it. Anyway, on to something even more scarier than Jesse farting at a hotel.
Impossible.
Only for John.
We ended up watching Alien Romulus in 4D. The plan was to go see a movie in 4D. We were hoping it was going to be Twisters.
Maybe Deadpool.
Yeah, maybe Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yeah.
And with my luck, it just ended up being the most R-rated alien movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Alien Romulus. That's why
yeah.
it's.
So to preface this, I stayed up until the second character died, Bjorn. And then I was just like, this movie is too intense. I had to step out, and
Yep.
I didn't watch the last 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I seen you step out. I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna go out.
Originally, I was just gonna go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and then once I got to the bathroom, I was just like, I don't think I can make it through the movie. I'm not going back. So,
And for people that don't know, what's 4DX?
you want to explain it?
So 4DX is so I think it's a pretty standard size theater. Maybe the ratio is more square compared to a regular theater, so it's a more square picture. You have a set of, I think it's 4 chairs, and they not rotate, but they like rock back and forth. They tilt forward to simulate motion. We got fans on the top and on the side of us to simulate air.
Yep.
The seats vibrate if you're like on a ship or maybe a race car or a tornado. Like that'd be perfect. And what else was there? Light. I think it was lights. Additional lighting.
I think so.
They were used very sparingly.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought there was gonna be water, but we didn't get any water. And this was a pretty wet movie. John was wet the whole time.
With fear.
With
And
fear.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just if you've been to SeaWorld, there's like a 4D like shark thing. It's kind of like that, except that it's not the 3D glass experience as well. I think that's the only thing that would make it maybe more immersive besides the water.
I will say, like, just specifically, like, talking about the theater, not the movie, I would say this is probably one of the worst movies to use that type of theater on.
This one? Yeah.
Just because there wasn't... I mean, even though it's a space movie, technically, because they're in space, they didn't use the space a lot.
Right.
And it just seems a lot of the chair movements were based on, like, the scary parts or just, like, jump scares.
Yeah. Just to shake you for the heck of it,
Yeah.
instead of to really immerse you.
I liked, so in some scenes you're in the spaceship, and the spaceship is kind of like slowly moving.
Those were the best parts.
Those were the best parts. I'm like, I felt like
all at the beginning of the movie, like.
Yeah, it wasn't as much in the middle.
Yeah, and the climax when
The rings of that planet or whatever.
yeah,
Like there was some better uses for it, and where I felt like I was in the zero gravity or something. I would think that was the best part of it. I don't think it's the worst movie, but it definitely would have been utilized better during Twisters. I think probably Wolverine, Deadpool, and
I
Wolverine
don't think it
might
would
have been
that great.
would have been okay.
I think that's like the tier like that. I would say is just it's not good for just like solely actiony stuff.
Yeah,
It needs to be like actual space movies.
space movies. I think
Weather
kaiju movies, weather movies, anything with big monsters, big
Okay.
forces. What are we talking about here?
You're talking about big monsters.
Big monster.
I
don't know what that was.
It was an well then, I don't know how I feel about. I just feel it's. I feel like it's definitely a very, very specific type of movie.
Very
that
specific,
You
yeah.
have to watch 4D in. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the movie has to be made for it.
You're saying it has to be made for 4D?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just the way you said made for it 4D. I was like, oh, okay.
Anyway. With that being said, let me go ahead and get into the details.
Okay.
Unless there's anything else you guys want to mention.
You have a sales zip for this, Albert?
Yes.
Okay.
It's directed. This is not the right movie. Hold on. I was about to read the information from Twister.
Information.
Not Twisters. Twister. All right. This movie is directed by Fede Alvarez. The tagline is "In space, no one can hear you," which I think is the tagline for the first one.
Scream? Doesn't say Scream.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe it's slightly different. I'm missing a word.
Maybe, yeah. Budget estimated at $80 million. Release date of August 16th, 2024. Runtime of 1 hour and 59 minutes. It's rated R. Box office worldwide, when I checked this morning, was at $286 million.
It's about 2 weeks.
Yep.
We watched on the opening weekend?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think so. It had to have been.
Yeah.
How unfortunate for us. It's in theater still, so if you guys really
If you like horror, you'll probably like this.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if you like the first one, you'll like it. I've never seen the others.
I like the first one. I didn't like this one.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like this one.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into our Sell That Sip 6-word summary of the movie.
Okay, I've got new ideas with different horror feeling.
Okay.
They include some new ideas with the aliens and kind of revisit the ship, but bring up new things with how scary these things could be.
Mostly a 7-7 giant, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's still scary. You see a 7-7 person out there? No, because they're scary.
Because we're scared of them and we kill them off. No, I'm kidding. We don't kill them.
Mine
They're
is
too big.
too intense for the queasy heart.
Oh, yeah.
Once the guy's chest got ripped open.
Yeah. And some
Like, no.
gore
I think that was a
happened.
chick.
No, it was definitely the guy.
Which
It
one?
was Bjorn. The acid hit his chest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I made a business decision, and reading everything after, I made a good.
Yeah, I think, you wouldn't. Yeah, it would suck even more to get through it.
Yeah. He wasn't a sipper. He was a sucker this time. I'm kidding.
I wasn't a sucker. I was a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
Scaredy cat.
Go ahead, Jess.
All right. I don't have a sell sip. I thought we were going to talk about the Alien movie briefly and talk about 4DX and our trip
We can
as
do
like
both,
a.
Yeah.
So I didn't do a sell
okay.
sip. I'm
It's,
sorry.
it's this whole episode.
My sell sip is sorry that I am a sucker.
All right.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and rate it, and then we can get into our drink. But
All right.
let's rate it first.
He's getting ready.
I'm giving it a 7.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm giving it a not available.
Not available.
I can't judge it based on.
He's giving it a 5 because he's only there half the time.
That's
And the time he was there, he wasn't even there.
was checked out.
Closed his eyes the whole time.
5, eh? No, I
Apply,
can't.
man.
I have fun with it.
Mhm.
Some of the movie didn't make sense because it's a space movie and you don't always make sense with it.
All right.
But it is a lot of fun. I like horror movies more than both of you. But I like Twisted a little bit more than this one, even though there was better immersive experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give this like a 6. I liked it.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll watch it again, but maybe if there's how many is there? Like 6 or 7 movies for Alien? Maybe if they're playing it in a row and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
throughout the day, they start the first one 8 in the morning and then like 6 p.m. it's still on and I'm making dinner. Maybe I'll watch it.
I feel like I'd rewatch Romulus over Twisters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
He's no longer a scaredy cat.
he's evolved to Albatron.
I mean, with this type of alien, I'm more okay with than something like Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind.
What do you mean?
No, just like the fear and anxiety of it.
Because it's not. You don't think it's real?
Right, like found footage versus like a movie
Gotcha.
for me.
The fact that it's like disbelief, right? Like
Yeah. Like I can feel like I can separate myself from that compared to found footage style movies.
and gore doesn't really bother you too much, right?
Not that much, no.
No. So you're saying, repeat that last part again. You rather watch this than the Fourth Kind because
No, I could watch this more than Twisters because I like it.
Oh.
I feel like I
But
like.
He's asking about that piece you said about the fourth kind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because of like that anxiety of like
it
Is it
possibly.
real
what
or not?
if
Yeah. What if?
found footage style. Of
Yeah, but you didn't find
filmmaking.
it scary, right?
Which one?
The
Both?
Fourth Kind.
I mean, I still found it scary.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said it wasn't scary at all.
No, I found it scary.
Oh,
Alien less scary, still scary.
interesting. I thought you and John thought
Oh,
it
that
was
movie's
not
stupid.
scary at all.
I didn't think that movie was scary.
I'm trying to remember.
I'll have to pull it up.
Probably stupid, but also scary. It could still be
Yeah.
both for me.
It's terrifying.
I think we did have that conversation where I think we did have that conversation where he said that like that type of style is more scarier to him because
Yeah, like it's sort of.
it's not necessarily the movie.
But it's the perspective of the camera as a main character
Yeah,
versus in a movie like Alien, it's not.
yeah.
There's
You're
that
not
separation.
in the scene.
I'm not the
as
character.
camera.
Yeah.
or the person viewing it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Those are that's gets
Whereas
kind
me,
of
I
scary.
just thought it was a dumb movie.
Yeah.
And this movie, I don't think was scary. It's just for me, the gore was
the
too
gore.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You missed the green baby though.
Thank
The
goodness.
deal baby. The funniest part when we're driving up there and we're in Indio and then Speedwagon, there's a Speedwagon advertisement and then the birthday was September 27th and it's Joseph Joestar's birthday and like how many JoJo references can you get in like
Literally
30 seconds?
Everywhere we went on the trip there, Jesse just found JoJo references. It was so crazy.
It was bizarre.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and try our drink.
Yeah, what's that?
So we didn't have a drink for either of our episodes because I don't think we even thought about it.
You're right.
But these look like aliens. The tiki statues. They look very, like they could be aliens.
They're
if you
green.
didn't know what a tiki was. And it's Maui Burst Mountain Dew.
Yummy.
I think this
Maybe.
is. Oh, well, wait.
Have you had it before, Jesse?
I had it a long time ago,
Hmm.
a couple months ago. This is an exclusive to one of the dollar stores. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah, we had to go to a dollar store in the city we live in, and we tracked it down, and we're like, "Oh, it actually exists."
This is very strong.
What's it smell like to you?
Urine.
My favorite.
No, it smells very strongly of pineapple.
Yeah.
It just tastes like Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
I can taste the pineapple.
Mm-hmm. Whew. That was close. I almost spit it out.
Why'd you make the same noise for both of us?
Because I was agreeing with both of you. It tastes like Mountain Dew, but I can also taste the artificial pineapple. Wow, that's a 1.
It's a 2, but not great.
Nah, that's a 1. It's pretty bad.
2.
No. You're wrong. Blech.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We're almost done with the Mountain Dews.
Finally, we got
I
one
don't
more.
know. When I went to your guys' house, there was a lot of Mountain Dew cans there.
Oh, I mean, for the podcast, we're almost done. I think we tried all the Freedom ones. We haven't tried Code Red.
Mm-hmm.
We tried the original or no? Have we tried the original?
We
yet?
don't need to.
No?
Basically, we try the original every time,
Mm-hmm.
just slightly different variation.
All right, let me go ahead and get into the cast, and then, like Jesse said, we'll probably just talk about not just the movie, but our trip and everything else, because there's not a lot to say about this,
Yeah.
at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
You have Kaylee Benet playing Rain, David Johnson playing Andy, Archie Renux playing Renault. It's probably Renault. Definitely Renault, because the X's. Anyway, playing Tyler. Isabella Merced playing Kay. Eileen Wu playing Navarro. Spike Fern playing Bjorn. And Robert Bobrovsky playing the Offspring, the 7'7" giant alien.
Yep, that was
Bless you.
awesome. Thank you.
We can talk about the movie, likes, dislikes, and then we can talk a little bit about our trip and our experience. Well, we should definitely talk about the 4DX experience as well while talking about the movie. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the main character's name was Ray, not Rain. The whole movie, I was like, Ray. And you're like, what? You mean Rain? Like, oh.
And you were thinking she looks like Daisy Ridley
And she
as
looked
well.
like Daisy Ridley, too. I was like, they picked an actor that looked like Ray from Star Wars, and they named her Ray. It's like, it's kind of weird. Does she have the Force?
So, from my experience, just to add to Jesse's story, what I saw was, I didn't really see too much of the gore part, but I got to the part where the alien is coming out of her chest, and I immediately,
Navarro.
out of Navarro's chest, yeah, I
Yeah.
immediately knew, like, this is not gonna be,
It is too much.
yeah.
Not a happy ending here.
I think in the original, I think it just kind of like bursts out, and can be seen as more comical.
Right.
Whereas
There's
this
more
one-
practical effect, so it looks
Mhm.
kind of fake-ish.
In this one, you have they have the light behind her, and you can see
yeah.
through the muscle and the organs. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, little.
Yeah, and then so I looked away. They cut to the other two, Rain and what is
forget.
his name? Tyler.
Maybe.
Tyler.
Yep,
'Cause
Tyler.
Bjorn is and then like they're trying to get through the xenomorphs that are still unevolved.
Yeah.
And then they cut back to what is Kay, and Kay's the mom, the pregnant lady,
Yeah, Kay.
I guess.
and then
Tyler's sister.
yeah, and then Bjorn, and they see the little hatchling, and he tries to stab it, and then he gets burned, and I think the thing pierces him, the tail, right? Or
Yes.
something?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like he's just like on the ground, and
So
the
he's right
acid-
under it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the acid's just like tearing him apart, and when it just dropped in the hole, I was like, I need to take a break. So that's when I walked out. So when Jesse, at the end, after the movie was over, I had kind of went over like everything else that happened after, just so I had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I know how everyone else died or like survived or whatnot.
Yeah.
And when Jesse was talking about it, he kept saying Ray, and me and Al were both like
Say,
immediately corrected him, like it's Rain. Even I knew that, but
Well, you read it, so
yeah, I read it, but I knew that from the movie.
I didn't. I mean, I could have read the credits, but I just assumed it said Ray. So why would I need to?
He
read
wanted
them?
this to be Daisy Ridley so bad.
Not really. Not really. I think Daisy Ridley is more attractive, but
I think they're around the same. You even said she looked like
she looked like her, but Daisy Ridley's better looking.
the Temu version, maybe.
The what?
Temu, you know the store.
Oh,
Anyway.
the Temu. Oh yeah.
Anyway,
You shop from Temu?
no,
Oh.
never.
Buy a Switch from Temu? No, okay.
So yeah, very gory to begin with, and at the time of both of their deaths, at the time of Bjorn's death, there's like only 30 minutes left of the movie,
Right.
I could have tried to power through it, but there's no way.
No, I don't think it would have worked out.
I would
You
give
would've
you the
had your-
popcorn bucket. Be like, hey, give me the popcorn bucket.
You would have had your eyes closed for the rest of the movie.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of gore in general. I think if maybe I watched this movie at home where I could kind of like look away and pretend that the kills are happening off camera, like the rest of the Alien franchise,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been okay. But just the like having to sit there, the chairs were definitely getting on my nerves in this movie
Yeah,
specifically.
it wasn't helping the anxiety of
Yeah.
like the gore and stuff.
I think they were just irritating me in general. I think
Yeah.
one I forgot what movie it was. I looked back at you guys and I was just like, this is
Was it Beetlejuice?
maybe
I think
Yeah.
it was Beetlejuice.
Like she's riding the main character's riding the bike and the chair's moving kind of in tune to the beat and the bike. It's weird.
That was funny.
It was not great.
there okay, so there was just parts where with the like the 4DX stuff where the chairs were just like I don't know, they were just doing too much for me. There was times where I felt like I was gonna fall off.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
was just like, bro, there should be no reason why I should feel like I'm about to fall out of this chair. Right
I didn't
now.
know how the bottom part like swung and how I was supposed to react. It felt like the pivot was in the wrong place, and I was like, I don't know if I should be moving this or if it should be helping me stay in the chair better. But
Oh, I think it was just a footrest.
maybe it's a little awkward.
the footrest. So the chairs. I'm just gonna bag on these chairs because, like, I feel like they're definitely custom for a certain size of person,
Not you.
which is crazy because I'm not that much taller than a normal male, but it's just I don't know. Like I felt very uncomfortable in the
Yeah,
chairs.
everything was
Yeah.
fixed. You couldn't lean back.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
footrest was fixed. You couldn't adjust anything.
Yeah.
It was I think they were like a hard plastic too because of spills.
Yeah.
So it's just not comfortable overall.
They probably were designed too with the water system for them to be like
Yeah.
not soaking up too much of the mist or something like that.
Yep.
But there
I
was
really
no water.
wonder, like, I remember looking around to see. I don't remember seeing any misters or anything. I saw the fans.
The mister might be attached to the fan.
Mm.
So I remember seeing when you get into the theater, they advertised mist or water or something like that.
Yep.
So they advertised it, but for some reason it wasn't in play.
Because I remember when they did that advertisement, they definitely like showed examples of everything but the water.
Mm.
So I wonder if it was just like this specific.
But there's a lot of rain or water falling from the ceiling, and there I think you could have utilized it. I just think water and maintaining for health reasons the water line is probably the hardest part of everything that they're doing in there. So
Yeah, I know. Like just thinking of the.
you don't want microorganisms like spraying into your popcorn,
Mm-hmm.
then you have sickness of the movies,
You
and
got
so
water on my popcorn.
it's not
Yeah.
a good mixture. You have to wear a poncho, and then you have to have a pouch for your popcorn and
Like-
eat in your poncho.
Water World or
That'd be
something.
A
Yeah.
lot of logistics for it to be healthy.
Mhm.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
The couple that sat next to us were nice.
Oh yeah,
They were
like,
funny.
They were the best part of the movie experience. Like, I think it was her first time doing 4D as well, and she was just a bundle of joy. Like,
Yeah. Not sarcastic.
not sarcastic. I not. Hold on, let me figure out my words. They're hard today. At no point during the experience that I was in did I feel like she was gonna be
A distraction.
distraction.
Yeah.
She
just
was-
more of an enhancer.
Yeah, she was enjoying the movie, having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best part of horror movies in the theater is the collective scaredness, but also realizing that everyone's scared with you and you having fun.
Yeah.
That's the best part of horror movies in theaters.
But normally when like people are talking at the beginning, you can kind of pick on up their vibe of like if they're going to be the annoying type of talker or if they're just gonna have fun. And
Yeah, she had fun.
she had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When the movie started, I don't remember her talking too much. When the trailers were playing, she was definitely talking a lot, but it was all like funny. Like it was a
Yeah.
fun experience.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. I don't even know your name. Don't care though. You're just a fun person.
She watches this, of course.
you watch us.
You know who you are.
You subscribed.
That's why she was having so much fun. She was sitting next to 2 of the 3 legendary Sid members.
And we just drop stickers everywhere we go. You know.
When it comes to like scary movies, do you enjoy them more when they have the gore or less? Do you feel like the gore enhances them for you?
It just depends on the scary movie. Like Fourth of the Kind doesn't have any gore, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And
It terrified you.
it when I first watched it, terrified me, and it still gives me chills down my spine.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones like Hereditary, it gets pretty gory, and that's a really good horror movie right there. But then like we've seen Evil Dead, like that's pretty campy and pretty fun. I think the older the movie is, I like to see the practical blood and the practical cuts and the zombie effects. I think it's really cool. But as you get newer, some of the CGI is not as great. It looks kind of rubbery if they're doing like a werewolf transformation.
Right.
So maybe the older stuff I enjoy, but when it's done really well, I'm trying to think of a new one that does it. I sort of watched The Nun too. I was kind of cooking dinner and everything, but I think they got pretty creative with their CGI and the jump scares in that. But the first, I think the first Nun, me and Nicole had seen in like a really big, we paid like $20 or $25 a ticket in a big theater.
Oh, wow.
And that was a pretty intense movie, but it was fun too. It's fun. So it doesn't need gore. I just think you, depending on your creature, if it's supernatural or natural, how creative you get with your scares. I think, and hopefully your humans aren't super just like incompetent and dumb, and your story's somewhat good.
Yep.
But yeah, it just depends. Like I thought, The Invisible Man was pretty good.
Yeah. Same.
And they and that's a newer one. The technology made it interesting with the invisible suit. It worked. It just depends. It doesn't, I can't say yes or no it makes it better or it doesn't. You can go overboard with it and it can just get really ridiculous. But like in The Shining, when they have like the elevator full of blood and stuff, like
I don't really consider that gore though.
no.
Yeah. The blood's not attached to someone or coming out of someone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like certain movie franchises, the slasher film,
Yep.
like that genre, like they just go so overboard with that it's just like it
They're
bothers
more
me.
like cult classics. Some people really like them. Some people don't like them.
And like Alien, I really like the first one, and that had very minimal like
Off screens.
most of it was off screen, and so I just kind of wish they kept with that type of scare.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you needed it in movies for them to be scary at all. Like
No.
it just, to me, it just disgusts me. Like
Mm.
it triggers my anxiety in the worst possible way. I honestly, when we decided on this movie, I was just, like, I was okay with it because I wasn't expecting like it to be that bad that quickly. Like,
Right.
If it were to be like maybe one scene out of however many deaths there were, it would have been okay. But it was like back to back basically.
Oh yeah, this one was
And
pretty
then, like I said, I left with 30 minutes left, and
bad. There was still a lot of killing to do.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I would have been able to. Which is a shame. I think the movie had some potential. I don't think it was like the best story in the world. Just some dumb teens trying to escape.
Escape slavery,
Yeah,
essentially. Not slavery, but like
basically.
It's basically
yeah.
enslavement.
Enslavement. What's indentured servitude?
exactly.
More like that, but still, it's the same concept.
Yeah.
But
And-
wouldn't they have a tracking system on ships to prevent you from getting out? Like, what?
Yeah.
It wouldn't make any sense how you could even get that far out of the atmosphere
Without being noticed.
without being
Or
noticed.
being
yeah.
stopped.
Yeah. And I think that the people on the planet would have maybe been warned about this ship, and they would have sent people up there already to do
Yeah.
something. So it just doesn't. A lot of scary movies don't make sense because if they tried to make sense, none of it would work. It would be stopped before you got out of the atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're gonna tell a story that is supposed to be a sequel to the original, then
Yeah.
it should have had a more solid
Yep.
story.
I agree, especially coming from who is the original one? Is it Ridley Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ridley Scott. Like he's pretty solid on his movies. Yeah. The Thing also, I think that has some gore and like a lot of practical stuff, and they got pretty creative, so that gets pretty interesting. Haven't seen the sequel, but from what I've heard, it's not as good. But that's where it's like that's where you
Aliens?
get, to The Thing.
Oh.
But that's where it gets kind of where CGI gets a little bit too. You rely on it too much.
Right. Or if
And
it's
then-
too new, they want to use a lot of it.
Yeah. Like, have you seen Spawn? The 1997 or 8 Spawn?
Mm.
I've seen it with you, maybe.
Maybe. But it like the CGI, it was one best visual effects, and the CGI is terrible. But at the time,
Doesn't
it
live
was
up.
really cool, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait for a Spawn movie. That'd be cool. Like a new updated
Spawn is
Horror?
a hero, superhero, anti-hero,
Anti-hero.
like Carnage or
Uh,
Venom. Venom, sorry.
I guess more like Venom now.
The,
Like
Venom,
yeah.
the way
Carnage.
Venom, the way he's portrayed in the movie,
Yeah.
not Carnage.
Yeah, sort of, but I mean, he's supposed to be a soldier of the devil, so
Oh,
I would.
okay.
It doesn't
So more
make-
villain.
He's supposed to be more villain, but he's definitely. I was trying to. I don't know what I was doing.
Zoom in on that one.
I lost my train of thought. But yeah, Spawn. I think would be fun,
Okay.
especially a horror movie. We don't have a lot of horror superhero movies. Like, we could have got something good with Doctor Strange, but it wasn't enough for me.
It had aspects, but
It had
I agree.
aspects.
All right.
Sam Raimi was attached to it. There was definitely potential for it, but I think there's too many hands meddling in there to get stuff,
Mm-hmm.
everything in there. Isn't there something on Disney Plus, a werewolf Marvel show that I heard's really good?
Werewolf. No.
Yeah, and I heard that's if I could get it like on physical copy, I would, but I don't have Disney Plus. But there
Mhm.
is a werewolf thing that I heard really good things about, and it's a
Okay.
Marvel thing. So check it out, maybe
Whatever it is.
yeah,
What else? How else do you guys feel about the?
experience.
Yeah.
Popcorn was okay actually. It wasn't
It
terrible.
was all right.
It was better than the AMC popcorn. Not as good as Harkins. Should have snuck some in. Should have went to Harkins before and why are your
Bring-
pockets so full? I got fat love handles. That's what it is.
Don't make fun of me.
Werewolf by Night.
Oh, what is it?
It's called Werewolf by Night. Is it a movie?
That was a show. Is it a movie?
It's like a 55-minute movie.
Interesting.
I mean, unless it just doesn't specifically say werewolf, but
If it's about a werewolf, I don't know. I thought it was a TV show. Maybe that's the first episode. 55 minutes.
I mean that's the only thing here. So it does say TV 14 though.
Okay. So maybe it's a TV movie.
Yeah.
But I heard good things about it. But the experience itself, I thought it was good. I personally like the Screen X experience as of now
Mm.
better than the 4D. But
What's Screen X and what's different about it?
okay, so the 4D is all the shaking, vibrating, wind,
Yeah.
lights. It's supposed to be heat and water, but we're missing those, it seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
And the Screen X is actually just 3 screens. So
Oh.
it's simple. So there's a screen in front of you, and then screens at an angle coming to your peripheral vision.
Okay.
So they extend scenes to make, and they're not always great, and it's not a constant use of the side screens.
Oh, okay.
But when they get it good, it's fun because now in, for example, Spider-Man No Way Home, when Doctor Strange is chasing Peter through whatever realm and they're on the train,
Yeah.
the train is zooming past you, so you're looking at
Oh, okay.
stuff on the side of you. So
Yeah.
I feel like race car movies would be good in that one. Anything where the camera's maybe moving
Right.
at different speeds.
Yeah. And stuff on the sides can enhance what
Yeah,
you
yeah, but
experience.
the 4DX, you're constantly getting immersed. And with Screen X, it's kind of like, oh, this whole scene is that way, but maybe you don't get it for another
Right.
15 minutes or 20 minutes.
Mm.
And then you get another scene and it's maybe only like 2 or 3 minutes and then it's gone again. So it's kind of like, is it really worth the money? But it's fun when they do it right.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I guess it just depends on the movie, Screen X or 4DX, what you do with it.
What did you see?
And Screen X? So I've only seen 2 movies. I've seen Birds of Prey, The Emancipation of whatever, Harley Quinn. I forgot the title. And then No Way Home. So that's all I've seen.
And was this your first 4D movie?
First 4D. I've been wanting to see one for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't go to California too frequently, and when we do, it's not for a movie.
Yeah.
It's usually for like amusement park or the beach or some other event. So it's good to experience it. I think there's potential. The different movies will be better in one format or another.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anything right now that I would want that's worth driving to plan the trip around. Maybe like the third Avatar sequel. Like that would be probably cool to do like 4D in. But what's the next one we'll probably plan? Maybe that's
All right.
We'll
Eventually.
do it in theater, but we gotta watch the second one first.
Yeah.
We'll keep teasing it.
What did you like about the movie that you did watch, John?
Nothing. No, okay.
I actually probably not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think in general, like I said, if you're gonna do a sequel, it should be kind of more closely tied in than it was.
Especially because isn't this like within a year of the first movie?
It's within a few years at least.
Within a few years,
I
but
thought it
it's
was like-
within a year of when the very first scene where we see the scientists kind of excavate out that alien.
Okay. I thought it was like 10 months or 11 months after Daisy Ridley blasted.
Ridley Scott?
Yeah.
Or not Daisy Ridley.
Sorry. What's her name? Sigourney Weaver's character.
Yes, that's totally different.
I think it's still Ridley, isn't it? No.
Yeah, it's Ridley. Isn't it Ripley? Ripley?
Hold on.
Ripley's
First-
Believe It or Not?
Ripley's Believe It or Not. Shut Ripley.
Hold on. First things first.
Fact checking all my
Okay, the Nostromo is 2 decades, 20 years.
20
after
years, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was 11 months. Dang.
Yeah, 11 months is the event where
Ripley.
a
Alan
probe
Ripley.
collects a large cocoon.
Okay. What?
Alan Ripley.
Ellen Ripley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ripley, Ridley Scott, Daisy Ridley. That's all the
there's
same.
too many
The
R's.
Ridley verse.
This is rated R for Romulus, Ripley, Rain, Ray.
Yeah, I just wish it was more tied into the first one. Their reasoning for being there, like I said, is kind of weak. Like they're just trying to escape. I mean, not anybody would want to escape it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're going into a ship that they know nothing about.
Yeah, their
Looking-
plan is weak.
Oh, yeah.
looking for cryo stasis
Chambers.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, cryostasis tubes, I think, to
Um,
survive the trip to a different planet.
And I get that they're dumb teenagers. They really tried to get that point across that they were just stupid,
Horny
young
teenagers.
do.
Yeah. And then, so they get to the cryo chamber that they were looking for. They realize it doesn't have enough
Juice.
enough juice, so they go looking elsewhere, and they're just gonna ignore everything else about this ship that tells them that they probably shouldn't be here.
Probably should get out right away.
Bodies broken in half, like
Oh yeah.
ship parts being missing, like
Melted away.
yeah, melted away. Like somehow later on in the movie, the full grown xenomorph is just like had its neck tied there, and it's just hanging. And they never saw that when they walked by that same area earlier.
They didn't pay attention for some reason. They didn't look up.
Yeah, there's just a hole in the ship. Like, why wouldn't you be looking up?
Yeah, they're just focused on looking down. So I don't know.
Well, they're watching their feet the whole time.
Yeah,
That's what you do in scary movies. You look away. That's what they were doing.
yeah, and then they go into an area that's locked off for a reason. They don't even like try to figure out like what is in that area. They just like, oh, there's more stuff. Let's just pull it
the
out.
signal's in here.
The one time a teenager wants to pull out, it's this time.
yeah.
Sorry.
Still gets frostbitten.
Should have left it in.
Yeah, he still gets frostbitten, which is that was great.
Or had protection or something. Come on.
So then they're like just getting chased by once everything happens, and they get chased by the little crawling xenomorph facehuggers. Yeah, like God, they run slow as shit. Like they keep turning around for no reason. They're tripping over their own feet. Like I don't know. They had no plan to like for any of it.
How do you feel about the synthetic looking the same as the first movie? Rook versus Ash in the same movie.
Mm.
Do you care?
I honestly thought it was the same person until I looked into it.
It's supposed to be the same person. Yeah. Supposed to be.
It's the same actor, but it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a different synthetic. No?
Because
Because I thought in the first movie his name is Ash.
Yeah, his name is Ash in the first one. That's what I found out too. I thought like I didn't realize it because it's not the same ship.
No, it's a sister ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it makes no sense for him to be.
After
Yeah.
he's been destroyed in the first one.
Yeah,
how
but it's
would
the
they make
same model.
it? Same model. Yeah. The T900.
The synthetics like. I don't mind that.
Okay.
Like, if they're the same model.
If all of them
then-
look like Arnold, then that's how they look. Like.
yeah, exactly. What did bother me though was trying to understand which is the Jason, the
Taylor?
no, the one that's been with her the whole time, the synthetic.
Tyler. Sorry.
No.
Oh, you're
Andy.
talking about
Sorry, it's
Andy.
Andy.
Yeah.
Andy. I've been playing a lot of games with Jason. Sorry. I was trying to understand his motivation once he gets the new chip in. Like, is he following the mission? Is he not following the mission?
From my understanding, he's reprogrammed
The
from
chip is
Rook.
reprogramming. Yeah. His new main goal.
Yeah.
Has changed.
And it's to deliver
The-
information from the ship to Mother.
Yeah.
Or to the company.
Yeah.
Mother is the computer.
What
Mhm.
information are they trying to?
The research that they did on that ship.
They're researching the ultimate life form to enhance humans.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Like, I've seen 2 Alien movies. Maybe I've seen part of the third one. And I'm like, what are they doing with this? Why are they so interested in this killing machine? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense if you can find something that lives forever or whatever. Lobsters' telomeres are supposedly forever, or they regenerate. Like, you would want to take an aspect of that creature, that animal, integrate it with your DNA to get that benefit.
Yeah, bioengineering.
Makes sense, yeah. Pretty scary, because then you get a 7'7" alien vampire hybrid that
Yeah.
kills you. But that's why you don't mess with science like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think obviously that serum was not perfect yet.
Oh, it was perfect.
I mean, because you could already see the rat suffering from the side effects.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a fan of the synthetic looking like Ian Holmes because I think they did a bad job of
Oh, it
it.
was not good. Yeah. You could
'Cause-
tell they just mapped someone else, his face on someone else's.
Yeah, a very
face.
flat, not
Yeah.
well made 3D model.
There's I think I mentioned it was like an Instagram filter, or if you go on YouTube, I forgot what channel it was, but they do it with Arnold, and he's in different
Mm-hmm.
movie roles, and it's basically that
A deep fake.
deep fake,
Style.
and it's not, and it's $1 million movie versus a YouTube channel that's
Mhm.
doing it. So if a YouTube channel could do it for you in the same
Mhm.
quality, then you messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, at that point, I'd rather have a different actor
Yeah.
and actually be there.
Yeah, give me Arnold as a synthetic, and I'd like
Or anything.
put that cookie down, alien.
I don't know. I just feel like that's such a small part of the movie that.
I mean, the characters get a lot of their direction from that character.
He's pretty consistent throughout.
Yeah. But I feel like they could have chosen someone, acting instead of passed away to do that
Mhm.
role.
It's just fan service. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I prefer.
But I'd rather have well-made fan service because just fan service from Borderlands was there, but doesn't mean it was good either.
Yeah, I like anime fan service. Only fan service I like.
And then yeah, like what else happened when she gets the face hugger on her face and they manage to pull it off and
Off the pregnant chick or off
Navara.
I didn't
Navarra?
get that far, remember?
Oh yeah.
He like basically explains like you need to like kill her
Kill her.
now. Yeah, like there's no saving her. She's done. You guys need to quarantine her.
Or you're dead.
And
The other guy.
even like despite seeing all like what happened on the ship, all the like the damage, the dude's still like, nah, my penis matters more, and just
I'm going to save her.
Yeah, just runs and
I'm more mad at Andy than wanting to save
the entire crew.
the crew.
Yep.
part of the ship, part of the crew.
Because he just doesn't like
What's that
or
from?
trust synthetics.
Is that Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Bjorn was just upset about synthetics in general, so he didn't want to listen to either. of them.
I don't want to listen to anyone that was
Yeah.
synthetic
Yeah.
because
They're not
saving
human. Oh.
saving the mini for the sake of his parents is just not okay to him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, yeah, he's thinking like a teenager. He's really self-censored.
Still, like, I think being a teenager in that situation, I feel like we would be like grown up by then. Like,
I mean,
you know,
who knows? We're working in the mines in some planet. I don't know. Probably.
yeah, we're working. Yeah, like this is our life. Like, you understand how dangerous the mines can be. Like, I get that it's your parents and everything, but a lot of people were saved.
I mean, we have the benefit of watching
yeah,
the movie. So it's
I get that, but
yeah.
there's no way he didn't know that the death of his parents saved. I mean, even Navarro said the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
like
Because she knows the secret behind it.
I don't think it's much of a secret. If she,
Or, yeah, his feelings behind it.
Yeah. It's just
maybe I'm not understanding. but-
just
Yeah.
bad character or dumb character.
Well, like
It's
John
either
said,
the
they're,
writing,
they're
yeah.
dumb teenagers
Yeah.
going up to an unknown ship, you stealing a ship to get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, my favorite part was Andy's actor and
Oh, he's
his
good.
flipping from a dumb synthetic to a smart one.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah. His reprogramming, the way he moved, is almost like possession
Yeah.
style, like over. He's being taken over not by a demon, by other entity or program.
Mm-hmm. The way he
It's-
froze.
Yeah, the way
while-
he freezes and he twitches is like it was good.
Yeah.
A
He's
lot
gotta have
of
some dance skills to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
he has that skills.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to remember.
Like with the twitching and stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah, maybe.
at least good body control.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think I could do that.
I definitely cannot.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
But he was the best part of the movie, and him flip flopping. They finally get the chip out, and he still has the data, but he's himself, and he gets left on the ship, right?
No,
No.
he does not get left on the ship.
Okay.
He's in cryostasis with
Yeah,
him.
they make it back.
Oh, they make it back. Okay.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I hated is that like Rain's character is so bent on protecting him and keeping him safe that she didn't tell him part of the plan was to leave
him.
Yeah.
Because she feels, I guess she feels the most guilty about that.
Yeah,
I
thought
don't
it
know,
was
I just-
bad.
Huh?
It was bad.
Like they're supposed to have this like really close attachment, and she's doing.
He's a robot. He would understand that.
He's not a robot. He's a synthetic. It's a slightly different. Like
Yeah.
But I mean, to her, I mean, just trying to think character logic. To her, he's her brother, and she feels
to
guilty
me,
about it.
Her whole mindset is that this is not a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're telling me I have to leave my brother. This is even more of not a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. And that's why she's more reason not to go back or agree to go on that ship. She's getting peer pressured.
Is she though? Like she's if the mission was successful, which I mean, considering the ending,
Yes.
she does get away. If the mission was successful without all the stuff, like she was still going to that planet regardless. So I don't know. I don't sympathize with any of them, and that's another big part of the movie is like they're just fodder for the fan.
Aliens.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like I feel even less like attached to her because like despite everything, she still does not like. She still follows through with it, and if it was successful, she's still just gonna be like,
Yeah, she's not going to change.
yeah, like fuck her feelings. Like she's still leaving, she's still leaving him like to die. Like that's not how attached can you really be to a person if the plan is to like just ditch them anyways.
I don't know. We don't know for sure what we would have
She
decided.
wasn't gonna fly back down.
True, but we don't know exactly what she would have done when they had to make that revelation to.
Oh, she was definitely like.
Do you think she was
sacrificed.
ready for that? That
I
she's
don't know.
gonna.
I don't know if she was ready, but that's what had to be done.
Yeah, like
Maybe she didn't
yeah.
want to come to realization. Maybe her saying it to him
Yeah.
would have cemented it, and people just avoid the
Maybe
hard
this is all just-
conversations.
Right.
This is all just part of the bad story writing in the movie that we're arguing about. Like,
No, yeah, I'm agreeing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. People avoid the hard conversations. They leave them
Right.
until the very last minute when things explode, and
Mm-hmm.
you should have talked about it. And he's your brother, but he's also a synthetic. And the argument, I guess, is how human or what is human, and
Right.
is a synthetic human or less human, or that's the whole argument. But if you saw him as your equal, then being respecting him as a synthetic and talking to him would have been the best solution.
Yeah.
But it's tough. It's not easy. Like
Yeah, I agree with that, but like
they didn't
I don't
do
know.
it.
Her
Yeah.
her whole motivation was not to get on the ship, to find another way,
Yep.
and with everything going against like not getting on this ship, she should have just been like not doing it. Don't care about the peer pressure. Like
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
like
Yep.
I don't trust the ship. It's like abandoned and all this stuff. Like no one knows where it's coming from. Like now you're telling me like if we succeed, like I have to sacrifice my brother that I'm obviously more attached to than the rest of you because
Yeah.
like they even explain that like she's coming back to them like after some time
You're right.
in between. Like she should, and then on top of that, like everything that she's watching from her camera feed like should have just told her like this is not a great idea. Like,
Yeah, this is just terrifying, and they still decide to go on the ship.
But I mean, in the end, it works out for her specifically. Like
Yeah.
she gets the best of both worlds. Like she survived. She she's off to Wonderland with her brother. So who can now survive because all the pods are not filled with the people
Alien.
that-
Yep.
Anyway, anything specifically you want to talk about the California trip?
No, it's pretty standard California trip. Going going to different places,
Expensive
Frankenstein,
food.
expensive foods, traffic. Like, it's I think I've been to California and Vegas the same number of times, and there's nothing really new that we go do, so they're kind of just.
Mm.
I like to go for people who want to go,
Okay.
and
Let's go. Wanna go?
again,
I okay, so I really wanted to just like go check out Frankenstein's.
yeah.
I definitely think we should have planned out something else though, like not
Yeah.
just going around. What were those places called?
book offs.
Book offs. Like we should have
Yeah.
definitely gone to like the beach or something.
Nicole wanted to do that.
Yeah, like that's kind of my like one regret. Like the two
Didn't
other
I
times,
ask you if you had swim trunks with you?
I would have bought some if
Oh,
we
okay.
would have.
Yeah.
Like we were right next to a Target or Walmart. Like,
Yeah.
we went to a Target. If we would have been like, oh, let's go to the beach, I would have bought.
I brought some trunks. Just in
Nicole was
case.
like, we're not going to the beach. And I'm like, I don't know if we are.
Yeah. So the two times prior, like we were there for a specific reason. We were there basically the same venue the whole time.
Yep.
We ate very similar foods. Like I don't know, they were fun for what they were. This time, like I wanted to check out Frankenstein's.
Yep.
And anything else we could have done, I would have been up for it. We definitely should have gone to the beach though. I haven't been, so
Oh, at all?
at all. That would
Mm.
because the two other times we were just at Anime Expo the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Show you the ocean. That's
Yeah.
oh man.
I think we got there later Friday than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Saturday I had the whole migraine thing going on, and we had the movie.
Yeah.
Like we should have done the movie Friday night.
I wanted to, but I think
It would have just been a rush,
it was the late. What was the latest showtime? Like 9 or 10 or something like that.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd have been late.
And so we should have done the movie Friday night if we could have.
Yup.
If we would have got there earlier, we would have been able to.
Friday night movie, Frankenstein's in the morning.
We would have had the whole afternoon
beach
to
for
like,
other
go
stuff.
to the beach or something.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah.
So
Soon.
we also just kind of planned this trip like
Literally just like
a couple weeks
Let's
before.
go.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yep.
All my coworkers were like, "Why are you going at the end of your vacation?" I was just like, "That's just how it worked out." Like the travel and stuff like that didn't really bother me because it's
Boy.
like,
you didn't drive.
yeah, I didn't drive for one. I was on vacation. I was not planning on driving, but like that whole aspect like didn't bother me because it's not like we packed a lot. It's not like we were there for too long. So then
Yeah.
when Monday came around and I had to go back to work, I was just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
No big deal.
We got home. I at least when I left your house, I booked it. Like I was speeding. I was like, I'm ready to be home.
Get him, officer.
I think I got home at a pretty reasonable time to where I could like relax and do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was when Monday came around, I didn't want to go to work, but I was fine. Like,
Yeah. I travel a lot, so I was used to it.
yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal to me.
I traveled
good.
2 times in 6 days.
Yeah, then you had to go to Tucson. That sucks.
No, it's fun.
Didn't sound fun.
I don't know. It's fun to get away from the dogs and everything, and
For basically a week.
basically, yeah.
How did you like the design of the alien at the end?
um,
How about the reveal? That was amazing.
the reveal.
Where
Walk me
it's
through it again.
it's
He looks-
behind her. Or it's behind Andy,
Yeah.
and it's standing up.
I don't remember that part.
And on the opposite side of the camera is K.
I guess it wasn't that impactful if I
No,
missed it.
okay. I thought it was amazing when you first see the hybrid.
But, okay.
Yeah,
Because I remember, like, she's giving birth. It's bloody.
it's an egg.
It's an egg. And then alien baby, like, gets out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rain carries it,
Oh,
drops it.
acid. Because, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hot. She drops it,
yeah.
or slips or something, and then the acid from the egg drops it down into the cargo hold.
Does
The
it
cargo
kill the
hold.
xenomorph?
Xenomorph's not dead.
No.
There's only on what they're on is just the cargo ship.
So what happened to the original xenomorph?
Those are dead.
The
So they're
original
in a
Not those.
The original one?
The one that hatched from the face
From the
hugger
first one?
from
Navarro.
Navarro.
Didn't they burn it or freeze it?
That's
I
dead
don't-
somehow.
Yeah,
That's not cared about anymore for some reason.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Even though they're on the cargo ship. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm trying to remember how it gets out of the cargo.
Rain goes down following
Yep.
the alien baby with a freezer
Yep.
torch gun.
Yep.
She walks around but sees its tracks and she loses track of it.
She was track of it. And then it
Scene
somehow
change. We're back
ends-
up top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to remember it. I just remember which character finds them, but it's biting the
Andy finds the alien biting or sucking
yeah.
K.
Okay. I remember seeing that scene and
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. Design is okay, but to know that it's mostly practical, maybe with CGI enhancement, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And we didn't watch Prometheus, or have you?
I have not seen it
Okay,
yet.
it's supposed to be a
hybrid of
part
that, yeah.
from that movie as well.
Yeah, I want to figure out how it all ties together because it looked like a alien for Prometheus and a xenomorph and a human hybrid.
Right.
I was trying to figure out like where that connection is.
Right, I think they're called an engineer or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch that yet, so.
Yeah. I have it. I have a special edition Blu-ray or something like that.
Mhm.
I heard that some people really like it and some people don't care for it.
Right, I've heard it's more philosophical than horror.
Yeah.
What?
Prometheus.
Mm.
Prometheus is a god, right? Of Greek or something.
Demigod, I think.
Demigod? Yeah. I'm curious to see it. I
Mhm.
want to see it. I don't know if we have to watch Alien 2, 3, and in between.
It's a prequel, right?
Yeah, I
It is
think
a
it's-
prequel, yeah.
I think so.
But maybe during Halloween we'll get to an Alien or two.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall the trip was good. Like I just have to realize that trips are not my cup of tea, but enjoy as much as I can.
Yeah.
A lot of food. We paid the food that you get versus the amount you pay. I feel like you get more in California, but that maybe I just go to the wrong places in Arizona.
I mean, I feel it's average for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe because I was eating my wife's food as well. Maybe that's
yeah,
why I felt like a lot.
probably. But I still try to encourage people to try new stuff, so I'm glad
Oh, I
she
agree.
tried something new.
I-
At least one thing new.
Yeah. I'm glad she did too.
But I feel kind of bad we didn't get to take John to the beach if he has never seen the beach before.
Next time, baby.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard
hmm
never goes to the beach.
Next time.
Yeah, we'll have to do a beach trip.
hmm
It maybe if it's not California, maybe it's a different state with a beach. I don't know.
I mean, other than that, we can go to Mexico or Texas, but
Well, I mean, there's but that's further.
oh yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
San Diego's closer than L.A.
What is right of Arizona? Is that Utah?
New Mexico.
New Mexico. Is New Mexico? No, Mexico's underneath it.
Yes.
Texas is the next state
That's
over
on
that
the-
has
that's
access
on the
to beach.
Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure New Mexico's not touching the ocean.
I'm pretty sure there's like a sliver of Mexico that barricades, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's all Texas blocking the way.
Texas blocks it, not Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go to Texas. There's a couple places I want to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to go to big cities.
Yeah. I want to go to. I want to see a comedy show at the Mothership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's at the mothership?
It's just a big comedy scene over there with big actors. Joe Rogan. That's Joe Rogan's his place that he built,
Mm.
and it's just like just funny. Like it's maybe going to a Kill Tony episode. I think those are 3 times a week, and it's just new comedians going up for a minute doing
Their set.
whatever. They get picked from a hat, and then they just roast them if they were bad, or they just kind of, if they're good, then
Who's they? The audience or other comedians?
so there's a group, there's a table, there's a panel of people.
Mm.
It's Tony, Brian Redband, and then 2 other usually comedians or celebrities on the side.
Mm.
And it's pretty funny if you haven't seen Kill Tony. But
I'll check it out.
It's pretty funny. They have a guy who does a Dr. Phil impersonation. He's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go see a comedy show, but there's just like bigger. I've never been to a Buc-ee's before, and
Okay, yeah,
in California, where we were like 1,300 miles away.
Yeah.
And I sent a picture to Nicole on the way back from Tucson, and I was 940 something miles away. So I was 900 miles away from a Buc-ee's. So, and then there's the beach, obviously, and there's just other big anime stores that they have over there that we don't have here.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of things.
Next time, baby.
Next time.
Yeah.
Never goes to Texas. Oh, I also want to go to the site where JFK was shot to see just like
Yeah.
the history of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We need to do more trips.
yeah. You bring the gun, and I'll stand there and see if you can shoot me, and then
Maybe a stick to pretend.
A stick.
A stick.
A shooting stick. That's
marshmallow gun. Marshmallow gun.
Potato launcher.
marshmallow. A Nerf rifle.
Yeah.
Remember that joke you told about in the Legendary Ship episode 247?
About my mama.
About my mom?
What'd you say?
Uh,
What'd you call me?
Okay, I'm going to do Jackson Plugs.
Okay.
Subscribe to us. Jackson Plugs.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. If you guys seen Alien Romulus, what do you guys think?
Which favorite alien movie?
Mm-hmm. Which
That's-
one
Yeah.
do you think we should actually watch?
Is Prometheus any good?
I was trying to think of another one. Like, share, comment. Did I already say that?
No?
Yeah, I think I did.
I don't
Just
think
now.
so. I think
Huh.
now you did.
Okay. Like, share, comment. This has been the Legendary Ship Podcast. Enjoy us next time for
Maybe Beetlejuice.
To be decided, because we haven't discussed it.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is supposed to
Don't
be
say it a
out
third time.
in 6 days, right?
So probably then?
Probably.
Well, this be the sip we've been looking for.
We should have done
Bye.
Beetlejuice before Beetlejuice.
Bye.
Bye.
Or you just do both in one episode.
Yeah, we can do both
Yeah.
and release it.
Okay, fine.
Are we doing a talking sip or no?
Do we have a?
No,
we have
it's okay.
time?
We don't have to.
I'm hungry.
All right. We watched not Kong, but we watched Balls of Fury at the party, and no one knew
What party?
my
Oh.
wife's niece's birthday party.
Oh, okay.
No one knew what it was. Like, what movie is this? And I was like, you haven't seen the masterpiece Balls